Hi there. So Monday we did some footwork, and today I want to repeat it. We did footwork traveling back and forth in an open area, and I want to repeat that so you can commit it to your muscle memory so we continue to build on that. So let's get a good warm-up in. We'll do our footwork as a review, and then we'll get started with some of our resistance exercises at the stage. So let's get started. Let's do my favorite and our basic warm-up for the day. We're going to do our multi-directional lunge patterns. So again, follow along. I've done this one before, and of course, if you've worked with me, you've done this more times than you probably want. So we're going to do our 6 points, okay? Just follow along. You don't have to count. We're just going to move. Okay, sagittal plane here. Frontal plane or lateral movement. Keep the heels down, toes straight ahead. And now rotate. Try to turn that toe out a little bit. Turn your head with your spine, with the rest of your body, if you feel safe doing it and comfortable doing it. Okay, if you feel a little dizzy, look straight ahead and just turn out as much as you possibly can. Okay, so again, we're gonna go through several rounds of this, okay, just to get the internal core temperature elevated and then get the joints warmed in multiple directions, okay? So this is one that you could also do, you could watch a 30-minute program and do a couple of rounds of this for 5 minutes while you're watching. Never hurts to get multi-directional movement. This is what keeps us balanced on walking on ice and a little more sure-footed, gets the joints to stabilize in all these different planes of motion. So this is a great one to do anytime you like. And you don't have to go very deep. Even if you can lunge deeper than what I'm doing right now, don't worry about that. Just get the movement in. We do forward walking all day long, and so it's good to get some variety of the other directions. Okay, let's do 2 more rounds. Last one. Okay, and we'll do a little something for the upper body and the trunk. Real simple. Let's do 10 arm circles forward. Okay. Don't strain, just nice, easy movement. Okay, and we'll do 10 backwards. Okay, now, lastly, you're going to hug yourself. So each time I want you to alternate the arms, okay? Reach back as far as you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And finally, let's get some trunk rotation. Okay, so don't just swing your arms and your shoulders, okay? Because otherwise, the trunk of my body and my spine are not going to get the benefit. So actually rotate from your trunk. Turn your head with your body, again, unless you feel dizzy. Otherwise, you can keep it looking on a focal point on the wall or what have you. But get some rotation in. Get that spine warmed up. A few more. And now we're ready to work, so let's get started. All right, so let's start our footwork. It's real important as we get older to start doing a lot of multi-directional movement so that the joints can get stabilized in different planes of movement. And so last week we did the agility ladder. Today I want you just to find an area of your home where you might have 6 to 8 feet, 10 feet or so of space that you can freely move. So my distance is a little wide today, just so that I can have plenty of room to show you. whatever your space is, you can just keep moving back and forth. So everything will be consistent, moving back and forth. I'll do 2 of each because I'll have a bigger distance, and that way the timing works out if you do 2 or 3 or 4. So let's start with just a basic lateral movement. So I'm going to start over here, and you can stay facing the same direction every time. So I'm just going to move to my right, and the focus is not to do it so fast and turn out and try to shift your body in this direction. I want you to stay facing forward perfectly with the toes facing straight ahead for the entire time. So I'm going to start feet together, and I'm going to move. And my goal of this is accuracy and consistency, not trying to really go wide, but just to stay nice and active to get these hips warm. I'm going to come to the end, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to have a slightly neutral knee, okay, so I'm not locked out. So we'll go through these patterns once, and then I'll repeat, okay? So we're moving lateral. Now I want to do what they call grapevines, where I move, and I step behind, I move, and I step forward, I move, and I step behind, still going to the right, step forward, back, and this range can be a range for you that is safe. So I don't want you to lose your balance, I don't want you to be unsteady. And something I need to mention when we're working with this type of movement is if you at home use a cane or you use a walker, this all can be done with the walker and a cane, okay? So I want you to feel safe and secure, okay? So let's do this one again. So it's called the grapevine. So I'm just basically weaving in and out, and I'm moving and turning my hips. I'm still getting that active hip. Now I'm going to go the opposite way. So I'm going to lead with my left to the side lateral, step behind, step over, step in the front, step over, step in the back, over, front, over, back, over, front, over, back. Okay, let's go to our third pattern. So now what I want to do is a knee lift. Now, if you can get your knee to 90 degrees, your leg to 90 degrees, that's perfect. If that doesn't feel comfortable, I want you to lift as high as you feel comfortable going. And then when you step, I want you to take a nice big loaded step, okay? Again, it can be done with a walker, it can be done with a cane, it can be done hanging onto a stable surface if you have a counter space that's long and you want to hang on for balance. So it's real important that you feel balanced and you're safe. And then I'm going to bring it straight in front, okay? Load that leg with weight. That's real important. Stay off the toe here when you land. I want that foot to land solid on the floor, okay? Real sure-footed. Here, here. If you can get higher, get as high as you comfortably and safely can. And here, we're going to turn, we're going to go back. So again, if your distance is shorter, then double up what we're doing. And this is something that you can do on your own, anytime you want. Okay, now another one is we're going to walk backward. Now, if you have a hard time doing this and maintaining your balance, skip this one altogether. And when I'm doing the reverse, just go ahead and do another set of forward of the walking that we just did. So with the reverse gait is what I call it. So if I'm walking forward, I'm going to kind of go heel toe, but I'm rotating my trunk, and that's real important. So if you see me from this angle and I'm walking, I'm going to go opposite arm, opposite leg. So I'm here like that, okay? Now if I reverse that, I'm going to go my toe to heel, but I'm still getting that trunk rotation. So I'm here, I'm going to go toe heel, toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. Now this can be done hanging on to a stable surface as well. But if you don't feel safe doing this, by all means, go forward, okay? So now we're gonna do another lateral movement, but I want you to step wider, and I want you to bring this knee a little higher, okay? And then step a little wider, but I want you to really load this leg with weight. If you'll notice, this is very similar to our lateral lunge that we warm up with, okay? So here, lift the knee out and plant the foot and load with weight. So I have more weight distributed to my left side than I do my right side. And then stand up tall, and we're gonna come down each time. Load that leg with some weight. If this is your distance that feels safe, that's totally fine. Don't have to worry about going too wide. But I want you to lift and plant and load. Here. And then we're gonna go to the right side. So we're basically just doing a exaggerated lateral lunge. Okay, so kind of introduce those now. Let's go ahead and put it together in a circuit. So we'll start over here, and we're going to move lateral. Remember, this one is, I want to keep my feet low. I'm not lifting my knee really high with this one. This one is consistency, and I want you to try and keep the toe straight ahead so we keep that hip really active, okay? So I'll shut up now, and we're just going to go through all of them. So let's go lateral. We'll go lateral to the right. And again, if your distance is shorter, just keep coming back and forth. Stay nice and consistent, good, solid, even steps. The whole point of this is to warm up the hip and get the hip active. Okay, we're gonna go back. Toes straight ahead. Don't turn out. Now we're gonna do our grapevine. So just weave it. You can go a lot slower if you need to. Use your cane. You can do it a shorter distance by bringing your walker with you. If you want to hang on to something, you can do it that way. But try to get your hips to turn a little bit. Okay? Now we're going to go forward. We're going to lift that knee, plant it, lift, plant, lift, plant. Again, if you need to use your walker, you can. If you need to use a cane, if you need to use a stable surface, feel safe. But I want you to really plant and load that front leg. All right, we're going to turn. We're going to go back with the same thing. Here, plant it and load it. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing the reverse gait, go forward again, do just what we did there. If you're going to go backwards, remember it's toe heel, but you're still getting that trunk rotation. I'm just basically reversing what I do on a daily basis. And I'm over. Let's do it one more time. So toe heel, got that slight trunk rotation. And there. All right, now lastly, let's do our knee lift, step, load it with weight. Remember, we're lifting that knee a little higher. We're planting that foot and we're loading it with a little bit more weight than we did with our first exercise. Here. And then back. And last one. Good job. So we're going to repeat this again on Wednesday, and I will introduce it again. And so let's get started with our resistance training. All right, so today's circuit will be, we're gonna work a little bit independently with each extremity, basically, if you wanna see it that way. So we're gonna start with a reverse lunge. We're gonna do everything for 30 seconds, and I'm gonna give you a halfway mark at 15 seconds, and tell you to switch, or tell you halfway. So we're gonna go 30 seconds with, we'll stay congruent with everyone, the left leg going back. And then we'll switch, and we're gonna do 30 seconds, the right leg going back. Then we're gonna go 30 seconds to the lateral, okay? So this is the one we warm up with a lot of times. And when we're warming up and doing the different patterns, we don't really go that deep. So with this, you got something to hang on to, whether it's your kitchen counter, a railing, or a really stable, solid table, you can get a little bit deeper. So we'll go 30 seconds of a lateral lunge on the left, and then we're gonna do 30 seconds on the right. And then we're gonna do one of my favorites, which is the curtsy. So we'll go 30 seconds, moving in one direction, and then 30 seconds moving in the opposite direction. So let's get started with that, and you'll see after a round of all of that, you're gonna be pretty tired. So we'll start 30 seconds. I'll give you the halfway mark at 15. We're gonna move back with our left leg. So ready, go. So remember, keep that front heel connected to the floor. I don't wanna elevate my toe. Just keep it moving. When I say halfway, just stay. You got 15 to go, halfway. And try not to shift your weight back down when you come up, because I want the whole point of this is I want the muscles under tension. 3, 2, 1, switch. Okay, so now we're going to be stepping back with our right leg, grounded on our left. Ready, go. Up tall each time. And remember, don't shift the weight back over, because I want the weight bearing there the entire time. Halfway, up tall. Should be getting a little fatigue in the legs by now. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Now we're going to be moving lateral left, okay? So try to load and go maybe a little bit deeper than you do when we warm up. Ready? Go. And don't shift that weight back down when you come up, unless you need it for balance. But try and keep lying on the feet until I plant it. Halfway. Three, 2, 1, and switch. So we're going to go lateral with our right. Ready? Go. Halfway. Three, 2, 1, and switch. So now we gotta do our curtsy. We're gonna be grounded on our left leg, and our right leg's gonna be traveling behind. Okay, so this one I recommend probably holding on to something stable. Keep your balance. Ready? Go. So I want the majority of my weight on that front leg. Up tall, halfway. Three, 2, 1, switch. Okay, last one with the lunging. So now we're going to be grounded on our right. Our left leg is going to be traveling behind. Ready? Go. Halfway. Three, two, one. Okay. Next, we're going to go to the push-up rotation that we've done. Remember to keep your shoulders depressed, stable surface. Okay. When I push, I'm going to come here. Okay. Now I start to descend in my push-up a little bit before my hand hits the surface, if you can. Remember, anytime we're doing this push-up, if you need to just stay with a standard push-up, or if you fatigue in that way, you can go back to a standard push-up. So let's go. We're going to rotate to our left. 30 seconds. Ready? Go. So push, line it all up if you can. If it's makes you too dizzy to turn your head, you can shorten up that range a little bit. Halfway. Three, two, one. Switch. Go to the opposite side. So now we're going to be rotating to the right. Ready? Go. Halfway. Three, two, one, and rest. So lastly, grab your dumbbell, your can of corn, your bottle of water, whatever you're using, and I want you to try to stay stable. So normally when we're doing this, we're doing a curl and press overhead, or again, if you have trouble going overhead, you can just stay with a curl. Now, the weight's evenly loaded. So I want to challenge that a little bit more. So I want you to try and keep your shoulders stable or square. And you're gonna curl it and press. But I don't want you to lean to do it or lean in either direction. I want you to try to stay nice and stable. Okay, here. And again, if you're trouble going overhead, or if it's safe or causes pain and the curl is your option, then stay with that one side. So 3, 2, 1, go. Go right side first. Press. Remember, keep everything square. When you press overhead, don't try and lean. Halfway. Three, two, one, and switch. Our left side. Ready? And go. Remember, stay stable. Keep the shoulders square. Halfway. Three, two, one, and rest. All right, so let's go one more round. We're gonna go back to our lunge pattern. We're gonna step back on our left leg, and 30 seconds. Ready, and go. Go as deep as you feel comfortable going. Up tall. Halfway. Remember not to shift your weight over when you come back up. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Switch. Ready? And our right leg's going back. Go. Up tall. Halfway. Three, 2, 1, and we're moving lateral left. Ready? And go. Remember, the heel stays down. So even moving lateral, I don't want to go on my toe or the ball of the feet. Halfway. So we're moving a little faster today. We're doing that just to keep the heart rate elevated. If you need to slow down or you need to get water, this will be our last round. So 3, 2, 1, and we'll switch to our right. Ready? And go. Remember, don't put this foot back down. Don't shift the weight. Try to think about it. As soon as this foot hits the ground, I want to spring out of that position. Halfway. Three, 2, 1. And now we're going to go back to our curtsy. So my left foot's going to stay grounded. Ready? Go. Up tall. Rotate the hips. Halfway. Three, 2, 1, and switch. How's everybody doing? Getting tired? All right, right foot's grounded. Our left is traveling behind. Halfway. Three, 2, 1, and go to our push-up now. Rotating to the left. Ready? And go. Remember, still do a really good push-up with the shoulders depressed. Don't scrunch up and crank on your neck. Halfway. Stand with this side. Three, 2, 1. Switch. Rotate to our right. Ready, and begin. Halfway. 3, 2, 1, and switch. So remember, you can also do push-ups against the wall. So even if this angle is challenging or causes discomfort or anything, you can also go up to the wall and do your pushes from there. So I want you to find when you're doing these, find a comfortable position to do them in. Ready? Curl and press overhead, single arm, right hand. Ready, and go. Halfway. Three, 2, 1, and switch. All right, last one. Ready? And begin. Halfway. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Very nice work. And we also worked on our footwork again. So if you joined us both Monday and Wednesday, you got a chance to do that twice. And we'll repeat some stuff going forward so that so it commits it to your muscle memory, and that you can improve and hopefully progress. So hope everyone's getting stronger, hope everyone's getting more mobility, hope everyone's moving more comfortably and feeling better. Until next time, see you soon.